Hey guys, Ryan Alford here. Want to tell you a little bit about a show on our network that I'm excited about. On the Home Front with Jeff Duden. Jeff Duden was on Undercover Boss. He's a celebrity and a hell of an entrepreneur. But what's even better is his podcast. He has some of the most amazing and diverse guests in business and across the country, really bringing to life stories that bring the home front to you while also teaching you about entrepreneurism, franchising, and business in general. Jeff's takes are great, super knowledgeable. He's sold and bought and managed multi-million-dollar businesses for a number of years, and his insights are golden. He's consistently ranked in the top 25 in entrepreneurship and business, and just a hell of a guy. You will love that show. It's on the Radcast Network, so you know it's great. Check out On the Home Front with Jeff Duden.
This is Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. We are the #1 business show on the planet with over 1 million downloads a month. Taking the BS out of business for over 6 years and over 400 episodes. You ready to start snapping necks and cashing checks? Well, it starts right about now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Right About Now. It's Friday, June 14th, 2024, our weekly business news of the week. We're taking the bullshit out of business, baby. That's all Chris Hansen ever does. He takes the BS out of everything. What's up, Chris?
What's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. Got my beverage here, surrounded by all my friends and sponsors and belts. One day I'm going to stand up the whole episode and wear that belt right there. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to have a spandex like Speedo on
Shirtless.
or something. Yeah. Sawyer's going to have blindfold or something, you know. He kind of threw me off today. He gave me the 5-4-3-2-1 instead of the 3-2-1. I was like, whoa. I never had so much breathing room, you know, before it came on. So we appreciate him. Sawyer Rice, the best in the business, our producer here on Right About Now. You can speak to that, can't you, Chris? He's like a counselor,
business, baby.
He's a producer. He's all in one talent.
Man of many skills and traits.
I know. He's joined by Drew today. He's getting some behind the scenes footage. We appreciate the team. It's teamwork to do the dream work. You know, this doesn't just happen. I just kind of show up late and, you know, start yapping my mouth. But the team works hard. We appreciate them. We appreciate you wherever you are listening. For some reason last week, Chris, we hit like top 3 in the world in business. We hit #1 U.S. for like a day. So we appreciate everyone for bumping us up the charts for whatever it was that 1 day or 2 days. We stay #1 in business and marketing going on. I think for the last year, we're the #1 show, period, in business and marketing. But that business category, for some reason, we bumped up. So we thank you. And hey, don't think it needs to be a one-time occasion. Tell a friend. You got to tell them they need the Right About Now.
The words on the street, Ryan.
Yeah. We're sometimes right,
taking
and we're always now. Yeah. Yes. This was funny. Sawyer brought this up, and it wasn't officially on the show notes, but it's serious business. It happens, you know, at Coney Island every year, I think, still. And this is where grown men and women pound a bunch of hot dogs. The hot dog eating contest. Old Joey Chestnut, he's in some hot water. Actually, he's not going to be able to defend his title. Like going on how many of your years? I don't know. How many hot dogs is that guy eating? Anyway, he's now, here's the irony of all irony, Chris, is he's with he's moving to Impossible Meats, the fake meat brand. What the hell is happening? Is that the
Do they make hot dogs?
I've never heard of an Impossible hot dog. Maybe they're coming out with one.
Seems like a sellout move to me, bro.
Didn't that feel like, you know, every category sort of has like what would be the woke move. That feels like the woke move for Joey Chestnut. You know? Yeah. They say, well, go woke, go broke. We'll see. I don't know.
Although there's probably more deal in that endorsement with Impossible than winning the Nathan's contest, no?
Well, they need the credit. I paused myself. They need the credibility of Joey Chestnut standing behind their hot dogs. Come on, man. I guess, you know, well, or their hamburgers. He's going to go after hamburgers now. Fake hamburgers, how many you can eat. I don't know. It's just not American, right? We have to have a Nathan's hot dog. How many you can eat?
Nathan seems to agree with you about that.
Yes. So they've barred him from the competition since he's with Impossible Meats. I wouldn't even think Nathan's an Impossible Meats. Like I buy Nathan's hot dogs for the kids. I never go, Impossible Meat tonight or Nathan's?
Not even a question.
Is that really a competition? I've
never had it.
Yeah.
No desire.
Nah. Sawyer tried to convince us how delicious that it is, and it might be. But I'm going to have a burger. I need that protein in the real thing. I need that cow, talking to me. Yes. Anyway, it's like Newsweek, folks. So we had to bring up Joey Chestnut and Nathan's. So it's a brand play ultimately. So we're tying it back to marketing. Are you a hot dog guy though, Chris?
I am.
Yeah.
I haven't had one in a long time because they're extremely, I think, unhealthy. But damn, if I'm at a baseball game,
yeah,
I'm getting two.
Clocks drive in. If you come to Greenville, South Carolina, they're going to tell you to go to the West End and have a nice steak and go have some sushi. No, go to the Clock on Lake Hampton, get you a hot dog with chili, get a chocolate milkshake and some fries, and just thank me later, okay? You don't need to go downtown and eat Sobeys. I love Carl Sobosinski, Greg Wilson. I love you, brother. You got 17 restaurants downtown. They're all delicious. But, man, I want to go to the Clock and have me that chili dog with a chocolate shake. That's gourmet. So, yes. Anyway, I love me some hot dogs. I don't eat them that often either because I know they're not great for me. But when I do, it's a Nathan's.
Or Costco. If I'm at Costco, I'm definitely grabbing one.
Nathan's, give us a call. Be a good sponsor. Get some dogs on this thing. It feels appropriate. So I guess the biggest news of the week, Apple regained its title as the world's most valuable company, surpassing Microsoft with a market value of $3.29 trillion. What's 3.29 T's amongst friends?
A lot of bread.
A lot of T's. Driven by a nearly 4% surge, and they only needed a 4% surge to gain it. That's what it's a rounding error, for them. Like Tim Cook sneezes $200,000 bills, I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hourly.
Yeah. This shift marked the first time in 5 months that Microsoft's market cap fell behind Apple's, coinciding with a record high for the tech-heavy NASDAQ and indications of easing inflation concerns. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
During its yearly developer conference, not a concert. It is sometimes like a concert, though. It used to be when Steve Jobs did it. It felt like a rock show.
Yeah.
Apple introduced AI-powered features and software upgrades for its devices, bolstering investor confidence. Analysts anticipated the demonstrated AI advancement, particularly Siri's expanded capabilities, will generate considerable demand for forthcoming iPhones, because that shit's not going to be back compatible. You know it. No, we have to have the NVIDIA AI chip. I'm already running ChatGPT. Yeah, we can't just get that working on the 13 Pro. Come on. They don't want it to work. You got to upgrade, Chris. That's how they sell those Benjamins. Those 3.29 T's only come with me and you upgrading, Mm-hmm. Siri needs to be better. I think we've talked about this on the show before. So I don't care if it's artificial, real, whatever that intelligence is, let's get her a little smarter. She can't even schedule a text message. Like, I think I've gotten on the soapbox before. So if you listen regularly, you've heard this. But Siri's not really a smart assistant. She's kind of a stupid assistant. So we need her to get some intelligence, some I in that S.
She's a little outdated.
Yeah. So the investors are happy. We're going to sell more iPhones. And, it looked like ultimately it was on the back of ChatGPT. At a certain point, Apple has the design figured out. They've got the form factor. They got the tech. Like, They got the ecosystem with a lot of the apps. You know, instead of spending 2 of those T's on your own AI, use whatever's the most. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing if they can continue to innovate on the hardware side. It used to be hardware, software combined, but it seems like we're sort of falling behind a bit, definitely on the software side. And so no one feels sorry for them. They're the most valuable company in the world. So, hey, look, they got you locked in. I mean, I'm going to buy another iPhone when it comes out. You know, I'm kind of up for an upgrade. But I will say this. I used to be that guy. Oh, I pay that ETF, baby. Like, I mean, that I would be upgrading every 8 months. They had me, you know, like even after I stopped, I used to get phones for free working on all the wireless companies. But like literally, even after that, oh, I got to have that. It's got that feature. I got to have it. And like now I'm like a 2 to 3 year guy because it's like, there's no reason to upgrade.
I have a brand new iPhone on my counter for the last 2 months. I haven't turned the 15. I'm still using my old 14.
Yeah. So,
I mean, because I don't want to take the 3 hours.
Is it the 14 Plus
transfer.
Max Delta 3?
You know, the bigger screen.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the old days, I wasn't so excited to turn on a new phone and get all the new features, but it's like, all right, the camera's a little better. I just haven't had 3 hours where I can sit and let everything transfer and kind of deal with, you know, the whole cloud.
I'll say this. I was pretty fucking amazed how much I was doing some work the other day. And like I knocked out some stuff and it was all on the phone. And I was thinking to myself, like, you get a lot of shit done on the phone. Like, I mean, I'm not breaking any like ground here. Like everybody knows this, but like, it's pretty crazy how much you can get done. You know, like I think I designed something in Canva. I updated something on the back end of a WordPress site. I was working in accounting software and I did a
new
spreadsheet
to a Shopify store.
I was like, damn, I mean, like
you can do a lot.
You can run your business off of it just about. And again, no epiphany, no shit. We've been doing this for a while, but it's the software, hardware, mobile optimizations, that world, we're sort of getting into a nice sweet spot that I'm sure we're going to fuck up with like some new browser that won't integrate, but just don't mess with Chrome. It's like finally getting there, but it's amazing what we can do with the palm. Right? Yeah. I think we move so fast. We do so many things. Like we don't pause, like kind of think about how crazy it is, what we can get done.
And I sent a fax from my freaking iPhone the other day. I don't know you could do that, but I don't have a fax machine, obviously. So just cam scanned it and faxed it through my phone.
Oh, yeah. I've done that. I mean, you buy enough houses, insurance, pay enough bills. You must not pay enough bills.
Ready to go.
God.
No, it's wild.
And so we'll see where Apple goes. I think ultimately they're going to sell a lot of phones. This is interesting. This kind of crosses a few different topics. Chris and I do a different show called Vibe Science. Go check that out, vibescience.media, where we talk about health and wellness, innovations. And the Vitamin Shop is meeting the rising demand for weight loss support with products like protein supplements, multivitamins, fiber, and probiotics. In early 2024, sales of meal replacement products and unflavored protein powder increased by 13 and 12% respectively, while sales of ready-to-drink protein beverages rose 10% in 23. So all these GLP-1, the peptide, they drive consumers to eat less. So you're getting less protein. So they're seeking nutrient replacement options to counteract the side effects like muscle loss. So it's literally because of the impact of all these peptides. Like everybody's on them. And so you're not eating. You got to go get you some protein from somewhere. So the economic impact from these peptides across categories is staggering. I know you know this field.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the peptides are driving a large part of it, which I look at it in two ways. One, like you said, is this because people aren't getting these protein and the I know this stuff's heavy on your gut too, so I understand the prebiotics. But I also wonder, are any people actually converting to healthier lifestyles? And I'm hoping that's also what's happening, is people are being more health conscious.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, unflavored protein, I know a lot of people that use that to say make like pancakes now. You know, they're kind of making healthier protein items and whatnot, but I don't know, man. I like to think, I'm glad people are getting healthier, but I don't know if it's overall a good thing if you're starving your body. And like a lean shake is like, you know, what are those weight loss shakes called? Lean Body?
Oh, yeah. Those are
like Slim Fast.
Slim Fast or yes.
Because even if you're eating a normal diet, that still is like an add-on. That's not going to really, you know what I mean? That's not cutting it for food.
No. And so it says this, the CEO of the Vitamin Shop predicts the weight loss boom will triple the customer base for health and wellness products. It says the trend indicates that 52% of respondents plan to increase exercise, 26% prioritize diet programs, and 70% are considering GLP-1 medications for weight management. And then you got Hims doing, what was it, $9.99 or $1.99?
$1.99 a month, I believe, as opposed to $1,900 a month.
Yeah,
right, something like that.
Look, I mean, people are getting healthy. It's great. I mean, that's what we need. But like what Chris is talking about, you got to eat real food and like not be fake healthy. There's kind of like a fake healthy, isn't there?
Yeah, I used to be it.
Yeah,
like with all the protein shakes and protein bars, and I remember the Quest bars I'd eat in college all the time. And now, you know, when you look at them, they're really not. There's a lot of healthier things, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, we need whole food, real food.
I think we're onto something with that Vibe Science, if these numbers are right.
Yeah, I would say so.
Just saying. Go take that a listen. We had a real good episode this week. A lot of stuff happening in the industry. VibeScience.media. Financial Times taps into the audience superpower with new campaign. It's from marketingweek.com. The Financial Times has launched a new global platform to raise awareness of its advertising and partnerships amongst a media and marketing industry audience. Launching this past June 7th, Reach Our Readers features a range of ads in the style of FT's signature pink broadsheet with a sharp focus on influence. Here executions include lines such as where opinion formers form opinions. Huh. Not terrible, right? I get it. You know?
Yeah.
I wrote a headline for our show, actually. It's like, we're in the business of business. Makes you think. Talk to the 22.4 million who influenced the 8 billion and not read by any old Mark, Elon, or Jeff. The new campaign sits at the heart of a wider strategy to raise the profile of Financial Times commercials capabilities in a fresh and creative way. So we're selling new ways, like all these papers and everything else. They got to have different ad formats, different platforms. I mean, they've ultimately pivot, evolve, or die. And so here you go. Reach our readers. Are you, I mean, you do the Bitcoin thing. I mean, the financial, like.
I read up on stuff, but I don't have a subscription to anything.
Yeah.
Like any Wall Street Journal I did in college. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know if I believe some of the stuff in some of these publications.
But here's what I think. I think someone controls the news, and they want the retail buyers of stocks and other things to do a certain thing. Yes. Because they usually hedge against it. So
yes,
I take all that knowledge with a grain of salt. Like, and I'm not a day trader, so. And I'm not watching. Look, you gotta like set your stocks and like check them every 6 months. You know, like, I mean, yeah, if you place a gamble on something and you don't, you know, which is sort of dumb, or you need to do small amounts or whatever. It's like sometimes we've created too much news. Yeah. Like, you Yeah.
Well, and anything that they're going to give me in a monthly article, I probably heard about 3 weeks before on Twitter.
Yes.
You know, like look at the GameStop stuff. That's changing by the hour of the day. And because of what's happening on Twitter, not because I'm getting my monthly, email from the Financial Times, to give me an update on the market.
Yes. And I mean, just by the nature of this show, we start researching things and we talk about things. And I'm like, is this new or not? And then 4 weeks later, someone else is sort of talking about it as news, and I'm like, we talked about that a month ago. And not because I think we're like on some cutting edge or anything, but we scan and our team scans a lot of different sources. So maybe we catch something before the others, but like this stuff just doesn't, it's like, okay, one day to the next, like fretting over the stock market one day to the next, if you're truly a long-term trader, is just sort of a recipe for stress and annoyance.
Right.
Set
it and forget it unless you're day trading.
Yeah.
And to your point, if I'm day trading, I'm living in this world. I'm not reading about it once a month or once a week.
Yeah. Well, they have a big audience. A lot of people are obsessed with it. And there's only one thing that I'm really obsessed with, Chris, and that's this hat I wear every time on the show. That's our partners at Branded Bills, brandedbills.com. This is custom headwear straight to you. Go to their website, check out, it says custom up in the top right. Let me tell you, look at that. Look at this. Look at that. That is a patch. That's a leather patch. Custom designed by their team using our logo. Premium hats, hoodies, t-shirts, everything you can imagine for your merch. And look, this is all about custom. You want the brand. You want the brand that makes your brand stand out. And it's Branded Bills. They do all of our merchandise. They're official merchandise sponsor. I've been with them for 6 years. I told people, every single person I tell, Chris, like literally comes back, I'm so glad you told me about Branded Bills. Because look, you buy these hats, look, those cheesy bad golf hats that like, and you throw them in the wash or you do something one time and you never wear it again. You want quality. You want to give your clients quality. You want to send your prospects quality. Hey, everything's digital now. Everybody's sending cold emails. I know who you are. You're listening. You've been cold emailing me. I know who you are. Stop sending that shit. I ain't respond to that. But you know what I would respond to? Send me a cool hat by Branded Bills that you put your custom logo on. That's how you get somebody's attention. What, 25 bucks for a custom hat for a prospect? Unless you're selling clubhouses, that shit that's cheap for getting a prospect's attention. Send them a physical product. Send them a hoodie. I mean, if it's are you kidding me? If I got a nice Branded Bill hoodie with like your tasty logo or maybe it's like your fun saying or something that brands your company, come on, people. Think out of the box. The people that think out of the box is Branded Bills. And Chris, I know I'm always one ragging on them, but I know you're a fan now too. Let's be honest.
I'm looking at 4 on my counter, and I've washed them all multiple times. That's my go-to like training hat because it's sweat wicking and absorbs the sweat better.
Yeah,
I love them, man. Yeah, they're solid.
Look, there's value after value.
Hats, all the vacant hats made by Branded Bills.
That's right. I just gave you value on value. You can increase your brand's value. Your stock price will go up 2%. I don't know that for sure, but probably just if you have some custom hats, at least 1%. Look, Apple could do nothing and go up 4%. You could get some branded hats and we don't even know what's going to happen. But here's what I know. The bottom line is this. I just gave you a sales tactic. You're listening. We got a lot of budding entrepreneurs. We got a lot of people. You're like, how do I sell more? Can I send one more cold email? No. Get you custom hoodies, get your hats, go to that custom order, and literally watch the sales come in. When you start sending a personal handwritten note with a Branded Bills hat, there's your sales tip of the day. Anyway, I get off that soapbox, but I love them. I appreciate them. They're official merchandise sponsor of Right About Now. All right. IAS launches deepfake measurement offering ahead of the 2024 election. Thank God. We'll be able to know. It's got to send that, As concerns over deepfakes increases ahead of the 24 presidential race, and with the rise of more sophisticated generative artificial intelligence. We talked about that last year. Sarah Connors is coming for you. Brand safety has become even more complicated. Marketers are looking for a way to reliably filter out content that could potentially harm their brands, which has proven tricky. IS is hoping to fill the gap as election spending ramps up. IS boosts, they don't boost, they boost and boast up to 74% greater accuracy with this technology, which scales across platforms. Marketers are looking to leverage new technology to detect and mitigate the harmful effects of deepfakes. We're excited to offer the latest innovation ahead of U.S. elections, so says their CEO. I'm all for this. I mean, I think we're on a slippery slope here that at any moment we're not going to know what's real and what's fake. Chris, I know you're not fake.
No, this is the real deal. I don't have my clone playing my role today. He's charging in the closet. No, because I've seen some of these deep fakes, even up to like 2 years ago, I started seeing these things pop up of, one of the presidents or someone. And I can tell even now, like my dad has sent me stuff from Facebook, a lot of it related to war, typically, these conflicts going on. And I can obviously tell it's fake.
Yeah.
It looks like a video game or something. And I think we talked about this, Facebook is like a breeding ground for all these AI and false misleading things. I think a lot of sketchy AI type stuff. And we talked about even with that one dental insurance company using Tom Hanks as their mascot, right?
Yeah, like their official spokesperson. Like
they're just like,
get away with that.
Program Tom Hanks in. Yeah, let's run those commercials. We're good to go. We talked to him.
Yeah, we sent him a DM.
We shot him a DM. He didn't reply, but run it. But no, what my only question is, again, who's making sure that their accuracy is accurate? How do we know that something real might not get flagged as AI? And because I think back to all the censorship in 2019, 2020 with COVID and all that, and there's stuff that now we look at that was censored that wasn't false.
That's right.
It was truth. So I kind of look at this and I think, okay, well, it's great if there's no biases here, but you could start slapping AI stuff on stuff that isn't AI to start steering people's thinking as well.
Yep. I mean, I saw an AI deepfake yesterday that's like Trump was saying that he was grabbing models right in the crotch. I mean, sorry. I saw one where Joe Biden was falling asleep in a meeting. I mean, I can't believe like these deepfakes that are coming out. Wait a second.
Wait, those were real.
Yeah. I mean, they don't even need deepfakes. Like, this shit, both of them can pull off.
The real show is weird enough.
Yeah, exactly. Can it get it stranger? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell's happening? Electric air taxi maker Archer Aviation. This guy, I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
Gets key FAA sign off. This is from our good friends, just buddies over at CNBC.com. The Federal Aviation Administration has granted Archer Aviation a key certification that gets the electric air taxi maker closer to eventually flying travelers. The company said this past Wednesday. Archer is making electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or EVTOLs. That just rolls off the tongue. Mm-hmm. And won orders and backing in 2021 from United Airlines, which says the new technology could reduce carbon emissions. Come on, let's just get some air taxis going without talking about carbon emissions. But it's a good thing if it does. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Let's stick to the point. Carriers have been investing in or ordering EVTOL aircraft, which take off and land vertically like helicopters, and whose developers say they could cut down on emissions in a congested area. United, for example, says passengers could take them to and from the airport in big cities, such as between Manhattan and United's hub in Newark, New Jersey. Having been between both those a lot, needing to, this would be very nice. Today, we have received the Part 135 certification, which allows us to effectively become an airline so we can carry passengers. The process has taken Archer about 2 years. It's submitted more than 2,000 pages of documents and 14 manuals outlining operational procedure, training, and maintenance. Now Archer has to get its 4-passenger aircraft called Midnight certified by the FAA, which the company is currently working on. That could be the air taxis into service as early as next year. I mean, this sounds cool. I mean, I thought it was kind of sort of like flying cars, but it's just, I guess, airplanes that take off. I don't know how that works. I need to see a video.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Take one from Greenville to Atlanta, probably.
Could we get one from, that's all. I can't get from like Greenville to Miami. We could have the Right About Now air taxi. Chris, you just come in the studio. You know,
yeah, fly me in on the air taxi every week.
Look, Sawyer does everything else. We'll get him to fly the air taxi down to get you. I think he'd be down for that. And pick you up and come back. And, screw that. We'll get a driver. So you and Sawyer can like booze it up on the way back. Oh, you don't even drink. You can have some vacay or something. Like in the back of the taxi, you know?
Back of the limo.
Yeah. It's like
4 passengers.
It's like, I got to see this. Vertical takeoff. It's like a helicopter, but not a helicopter.
I mean, it's got to be more efficient than an airplane, but.
Yeah. 4 people's like.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much is a ticket? If I'm going, Newark to Manhattan.
It's $700. I don't know. It needs to be like $200, maybe, right? Because look, I lived in Manhattan for 6 years. Let me just tell you, we don't have to think about these things in Greenville, South Carolina. But the traffic there and all the fucking people, if you can get in an air taxi and fly over all that, I mean, same thing with affordably to sort of, and look, when you're in a hurry to get home, I'll be flying back to Greenville or flying to client place or something, you'll spend the money for the convenience.
100%.
And like, I get in that air taxi. It's just sort of like an Uber.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Can there be multiple drop-offs? Or is it just like airport to airport?
Ralph, can you drop me my house? We're flying over the top of my house. Can we stop by there? I left the shirt at home.
If there's a helipad where I'm going, can you drop me?
Yeah, what are the requirements for landing? Does it have to be an airport?
I'm going to Google this thing when we get off.
It asks, it's a lot of questions. But it sounds great. It sounds like we're getting closer. The flying car.
Closer to flying cars, man.
Yeah, right. We'll be there one day. I mean, we're almost a Terminator with the AI shit. So we got to get the flying car soon. Every movie that's ever happened is sort of like coming to fruition. Yeah. So,
and we're kind of close to the flying cars part.
Yeah, getting closer by the minute. Instagram, this comes to us from socialmediatoday.com. Instagram's testing video ads that stop you from scrolling further. I guess, like, because the content's so good, or because it's like stopping power, or because you literally can't scroll. I think they're stopping you in that feed, baby. Hey, that's sort of like YouTube, right? You got to watch that 5 seconds. Those bumper ads.
Unless you upgrade, pay for premium.
Unskippable video ads in your main Instagram feed? How would that work? According to various reports, Instagram is currently testing out a new video ad format that does indeed stop users from scrolling in the main feed of the app until they viewed a video ad. As Instagram explains, you'll actually need to view the ad before you can keep scrolling. So these are essentially unskippable video ads in IG format.
That's not going to go over very well.
No, but this goes back to what we've talked about, Chris.
It's not surprising.
You want all this free content, you're going to have to stop and watch an ad. I mean,
for another $5.99 a month, you can go ad free on Instagram. That's what's coming.
You can get unverified, unadified, whatever you want to call it. And so, as a marketer and advertiser, so I'm gonna wear a couple different hats here. You wear the consumer hat, Chris. I'm gonna wear the the advertiser.
I like
marketer
it
app.
from the marketing standpoint.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I kind of like it because
I thought about that. I'm like, good, you're going to have to watch my whole ad now for vacay. Okay.
the only reason I don't like is it might bring back a lot of more shitty ads because, people are going to time on video and all that stuff. Like, well, they spent 5 seconds with it. So that metric's not, or however long it is, that metric's not going to mean anything anymore. So it's going to be purely like, okay, performance, clicks, time on site from those clicks, all that stuff. But, a richer media experience where you're sort of forced to watch it. Look, I mean, you can't fast forward through the ads on streaming TV for the most part. Some of them you can. And so you give a richer experience. So I think it's good for marketers because attention's hard to get. Mm-hmm. Now, what the backlash is and all that, we'll see if it can fly. But I mean, YouTube's been doing it for a while. I mean, they only make you do 5 seconds, unless you get the ad free.
As a marketer perspective, I'll take them doing this and I'll pay the monthly fee for it to go ad free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be able to use this as a tool business wise than be upset about it as a consumer. I think there's more to gain on the marketing side than like, okay, I have to pay another $10 a month to skip the ads.
Yeah. And look, your feed is getting so full of people you don't follow because they're recommending stuff, right? It's so clear that it's like AI driven now. With like they've got their own algorithm, and so like, and I see it with my stats, like followers that viewed stuff versus non-followers. Mm-hmm. It's way more non-follower, and it's like
for sure.
And so okay, well, so then if you've got that. Here's another way to think about this. I'm going to spin this on its head. I could argue that when when my feed is littered with people that I have not followed's content, you're already showing me ads anyway because everybody's promoting something. Mm-hmm. So you might as well fucking throw an ad in there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because if I'm seeing Tommy Boy, talk to me with captions on and I don't follow him, but they think that I'm going to like it because he's talking about like something smart or some, supplement, then you might as well throw an ad in there. It's the same thing. So where is the ad? Let's play the game of which one of these is an ad. Non-follower content that I didn't subscribe to, that I didn't ask for, or the ads that you put in between them.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Somebody paid for it and somebody didn't. Somebody got good at the algorithm. That's why you need to get good at the algorithm. Just means you need to do better organic content. That's the insight. But pin the tail on the ad. I have no fucking clue because it's all an ad when you feed me stuff I didn't sign up for, right? Mm-hmm. Like, bring my followers feedback. Who do I choose to follow? Show me more of that stuff.
Yep.
Again, a lot of different hats here. Consumer versus advertiser. We're just giving you all sides of the fence here. We take the only way you take the BS out of business is to tell you why they do it, how you can take advantage from it, why consumers think it sucks or they like it. Nobody else does that. They teach you, this side or that side. We're giving you all sides of the coin, baby. That's what it's about. Oh, we could go on and on, Chris. I've got a lot of other articles that none of them are striking me as that interesting. I'm really pulling for the Mavs tonight. We do record this ahead of our Friday. It's the week of Friday 14th, but Mavs need to get back in this NFL Finals. It's kind of been a snore fest. And I like both these teams. So it's hardcore, but I'm really hoping Dallas and Kyrie and Doncic get it rolling. So any Dallas fans out there, I'm with you. I want this to be a good series. I don't know if that ultimately, I guess if you had a gun to my arm, I don't like saying gun to the head, gun to the arm, I still don't want you to blow my arm off. Then I'd say Dallas. but we need some magic. Any final thoughts? Anything happening in Miami that our audience needs to know about, Chris?
No, it's just been raining for 2 days. So if you're here, you know it. If you're not, you don't want to come here right now.
Yeah.
It's flooding.
So. Woe is Miami.
Book your beach vacation for another weekend.
Once the cold gets a little better, I'm going to get my Miami trip on. I know it's hot as hell, but I got to come down there and just, sweat ass and, grind through it.
Hang at the pool, baby.
Exactly. You got that pool. We'll go riding the Jeep or whatever the hell you're driving these days.
Yeah.
And, looking forward to it. Hey, we appreciate you. The only way we get to do this is you get to you listen, and we appreciate it. Shoot me a DM if you want a hat. I got a few of those coming your way. You know who you are. You sent me those. Hey, man, people take advantage of things. You offer something for free. And so send me a DM. We'll send you one of these Brandon Bills hats. And look, do yourself a favor. Get you a Brandon Bill branded hat. You know you want that. Chris, appreciate you, brother. At Chris Hansen on Instagram. He's blowing up over there. All the ladies, all the brands. He's an influencer. Let's just call it what it is. And look, and one of the sweetest guys on the planet. You want to be influenced by him. Let me tell you, go follow him. And I'm at Ryan Alford on all the platforms. And hey, we got verified. Right About Now show was verified this week. That's how legit we are. Number one, we appreciate it. We're taking the BS out of business, baby. We'll see you next time on Right About Now.
This has been Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. Visit ryanisright.com for full audio and video versions of the show or to inquire about sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening.